Order online at Sparkle LEDs and save 40% off our top-selling LED light strips. Take your content to the next level with our LED ring lights. Impress your friends with our new LED purge masks. Level up your gaming stations with our LED keyboards and headsets. Take an additional 10% off. Coupon code and link in description below.
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
Put a finger down, Child of Trauma edition. Don't even watch the video. Just click on the audio and do it. Okay. Put a finger down if you ran away when you were 7 years old and you didn't know where you were going, so you ran into some of your classmates and you talked to their mom and told them the reason you ran away is because you were scared of being beat and having to do hard physical labor. So she called the police, you were sent home, and you were locked in your room by your abuser. And the police officer woke you up by shining a flashlight on you, and you told him about the relentless physical abuse you were going through. And he went to your abuser and made up things that you never told him and said that you said those things to him and told your abuser, and then mocked you and your experiences with your abuser, and then left, and in return your abuser beat you even more. And that police officer could have saved you from years of abuse, but instead he mocked you, and you hope that police officer is rotting in hell. Put a finger down if you're traumatized.
I feel like there's something that needs to be addressed. I've been in and out of hospitals for years, and everything's been fine with the doctors, and I've had a great relationship with the nurses. But last night was by far the worst experience. The nurses I felt were mistreating and talking about me, and I felt the need to exercise my right to leave, so I started taking the leads off of my body. When the nurse came in and grabbed my arm, I pushed her arm away. The security then came in and told me that I was hitting the nurse, and I was put into a 4-hold restraint. The nurse said that if I don't calm down, I'll be in these restraints forever. And when I started having PTSD and anxiety attacks, they just closed the door on me so they couldn't hear me. I know that we're all tired right now. These are the bruises from the restraints. But if we could all just take a moment to be kind.
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
He's got a knife.
Oh my fucking god, Michael, let's go! Please! Bro, I'm scared. Get out now! Please go!
Are you actually crying?
Go! He's scaring me!
Oh man, put your head down! Put your head down!
Michael, I'm so scared!
He had a gun, he had a gun.
What the fuck? What
the fuck? That dude had a gun.
We went to the beach and we were looking for a bonfire, right? So we're at a stoplight and we're all looking over to see bonfires, to see which pit is open. Then I see a little dog run up the hill, and my first thought that it was like a stray, you know? But then I saw it had a pink harness on and I was like, oh shit. Milton's like, Ashley! So I swing the door open at the stoplight, everyone's looking at me like, and then I run over to the dog. We start trying to stop traffic. There's other people running over too, and the dog is just laying on the floor. So this girl runs up the hill and she starts sobbing. It's her dog. She's like screaming, right? Like the normal thing to do when your dog gets freaking hit. And I blacked out, so I thought it was fine. I was like, don't worry, it's okay, he's okay. And then its breathing slows down and then it stops. And then I was like, frick. Like, you know, because she continues petting it and talking to it. Like she doesn't realize it had passed.
This is the story of when I nearly got hit by a bus. Again, I was about this age. And I remember going shopping with my mum. And being a little kid, I begged to bring my scooter with me. It took so long to convince her, but I finally managed it. And we headed towards the bank. And I must have gone a little bit too far ahead and a little bit too close to the road. So obviously my mum shouted me. And me being a little kid, while I was still going on my scooter, I turned around and just fell off. I face planted, but somehow I managed to fall off the curb and into the road as a bus was pulling into the bus lane where I was laying. That is terrifying. And I just remember the bus slamming on. My whole 5 years of life flashed before my eyes in that moment. And I got up as quick as I could and I had a massive cut on my head. Bless my mother, she was terrified. She genuinely thought she had lost her child. But I'm alive, I'm well. When we all calmed down, we went into the bank and the cut on my head must have been quite noticeable because the girl that was serving us mentioned it straight away. For some reason I've got a vivid memory of her giving me sweets. Very, very weird.
No.
Open the door because I will cut this and I will make you some sex. Do you want some sex tonight?
No,
No.
thank you.
I can give you some sex free. I can totally give you some sex free. Yes,
No.
I can. Yes, I can.
Nothing.
Come on.
No.
Come on, you horn.
We're going to
Come
bed.
on, you horn.
No, we're going to bed.
Motherfucker. Tusu. Tusu.
Okay,
Γαμίσου.
we're going
Σε
to bed.
πουτάνα. Σιγά με το Χριστό σου, κάπου την Παναγία σου.
We're going to
Παλιοπουτάνα.
bed. No. Oh my God, is this locked? Is this locked? Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. We're going. We need to call the cops. Okay. Oh my God, that's so scary.
This is the traumatic story of when I got my tonsils removed. I have nightmares from this day. It was awful. When I was younger, I had tonsillitis 24/7. It felt like I always had it, so the doctors finally decided to remove them, and it was terrifying. The scariest bit though was waking up after the surgery. I didn't know where I was. It was the strangest feeling. I just remember waking up and screaming, and I remember just crying for my nan. But my nan had died a year before. So it was so strange me just waking up and instantly asking for her. But that's a whole nother story. When I finally calmed down, they took me back to my hospital bed. But they gave me too much morphine. I just instantly threw it up. It wasn't pleasant. They wouldn't let you home if you didn't eat anything though. And I wanted to go home so bad that straight after the surgery I asked for toast. And I tried to eat it because I just wanted to go home. But it was so painful. However, when I was finally allowed home, we went to our favourite Chinese. And straight after getting my tonsils taken out, my mother decided to feed me spicy chicken. That's low-key child abuse. Fuming.
Hey, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
This is a story of the time I nearly broke my wrist. Believe it or not, when I was younger, I used to be a skater girl. I did not look this cool, but I was one. But I used to go on scooters. And I was constantly on the skate park, like every single day. And on the skate park we used to go to, there was a ramp, and then as you went down the ramp, there'd be a box. And everyone used to try and clear the box. And me being a little daredevil, I attempted to jump over the box. And I was the worst skater on that skate park, so someone should have stopped me. But I did it, and I managed to clear it. However, my back wheel got stuck, which meant that I went over my handlebars. And when I tell you I hit the deck, I mean it. The whole skate park shook. I had a massive bruise on the side of my hip, and I couldn't move my wrist. And then my dad took me into hospital, sat there for about 6 hours to find out it was bruised. It was the way I fell on it though. It hurt so bad. I was always one of those kids though that wanted to break a bone, which is very weird. Comment down below if you've got any video ideas.
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
So, 2 years ago today, my friends and I took a trip to Penn State, and this is what happened on our way up there. Yup. we slid off the road and went right up the middle of a wire that held up a telephone pole, stopping us from crashing into the telephone pole completely.
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. I love when Snapchat memories come up to remind me of the pure abuse I used to get off my girlfriend for the lumps on my neck. Yeah, I wonder how that turned out.
And it went like...
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
Just jump! No pasa nada, oiga.
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
Who cares? This is a disaster, Cody.
I got socks on, Eric. I got socks on. Okay, he's right here. This is it. Hey, there's a fire inside, buddy. You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright.
I hope I have adrenaline fucking rushing through you.
Hey, just come on, dude. Come on, wake up, Gage. Wake up. He's not responding. We gotta hit him with.
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check. Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
You having struggles with what, baby?
What are you doing?
Pizza, cheese, cake!
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
Down. It doesn't even want to cut.
Wait.
Shut up, bitch. What? Does it tickle? Yeah, you're not gonna laugh when it comes out.
He shut up real quick.
Wait.
Wait for what? Keep laughing.
We can't tell if you're laughing or crying.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah. Okay, it's done anyways.
Wow.
It better be shiny after this. Oh.
Is it bleeding?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is.